I've actually never been in a
pot store.
A
recreational cannabis store.
I was talking about this with my wife the other day. We were driving by one, and we were looking at. They're always busy. Bunch of weed heads out there.
It's a lot of money.
But there's a lot of money going through there. But there's and I was driving by, and I was just like, isn't it weird that we've never been in those? Like, how long have they been legal? It's been like a decade or more now, right?
Yeah,
or about a decade?
Yeah, they passed when I was in college, and that's almost 11 years ago.
It started as there were medicinal shops initially, and then it became recreationally available to the city.
I feel like I would still, again, this kind of makes me sound like a dork,
okay.
But I feel like if I went into one of those shops, I'd still be kind of like looking over my shoulder. Like if I was talking to the clerk, like, you have to tell me if you're a cop, right? Like, what do you have to do when you go in those? Can you?
What do you mean? What do you have to do?
Do you have to show them a card or something?
Kind of an intense ID process, generally, and they like scan it in a way that it's.
But I don't have to have a prescription from my doctor. I can just walk in.
Recreational.
It's the same as buying alcohol, right?
Exactly. It's exactly, and the same control board, Liquor and Cannabis Control Board, now is under one umbrella. Because it's a recreational adult,
crazy world.
The aesthetic, to me, at least in the Seattle market, is that they feel like Apple stores to me, almost like
they're like too clean.
Yeah, very sterile.
High end. A lot of them are very high end.
Yeah. The lighting's kind of nuts.
Yeah, lighting's good. The decor is nice.
So you don't have to feel like nervous when you go in. I'd feel nervous, like somebody's gonna rob me inside the store.
Most of the clientele I see in there.
You're describing a Best Buy. That sounds like a nice place to go.
If the people in Best Buy knew as much about electronics as these people know about weed, I mean, they will literally counsel you. What are you hoping to accomplish? You're looking to be recreational, energetic. You want to be
They have
sedated?
their own version of like the
sommelier.
the geeks.
Yeah,
what are the
Geek Squad?
Geek Squad.
The Reek Squad, they call them, because they smell like weed all the time, and their hair is full of dreadlocks and chicken crap. No, it's a reputable business, and it's. I am, for one, am glad that the cannabis industry has been demystified and devilified, and that people realize the benefits of cannabis use, but not abuse. I don't want people to overdo anything. I don't want people to overdo alcohol. I don't want them to overdo cannabis.
Are they talking funny? They talk like stoners in 1990s movies in there?
Some of them do.
Yeah.
Some of them are true enthusiasts.
Pretty crunchy folks in there, I imagine.
There are those who can recommend something that they found this to be extremely effective in my
A lot of white guys with dreadlocks.
More face tattoos than I generally encounter in a retail environment.
Yeah,
Body piercings,
a lot
things
of
like that.
adventurous hairstyles in there. You bet. Yeah. A lot of baggy, saggy clothing. Clothing. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, sure. You bet. All kinds.
3-week-old pants.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And the clientele, and you can see the clientele that way, as well as the button-down businessman after work. Not doing a martini, going to do a little edible.
Just looking for a good time.
I'm kind of impressed. You just haven't even just gone into one just to
Take the boys,
see what it's like. Well, you can't.
They got a slip and slide. They got a jungle gym for the kids in there.
I'm no narc. I'm not going to go in and tell anyone. I'm not going to go in and turn them into the cops. I still feel.
What?
Well,
They're illegal.
When I was growing up, though, that was very frowned upon. Right?
Me too.
And so, but you fully
when
adopted it.
When I was an adult, it was frowned upon.
Well, yeah, Spike, we've talked about this before. You had your record expunged or forgiven by Biden. Was that right? Or
I had a low-level cannabis arrest in my past, expunged by the current president. You bet.
The DARE commercials.
I wouldn't be in radio if I could get a real job.
Drug abuse resistance education. Just say no. Very effective with me.
I was raised under Nancy Reagan.
I'm a 41-year-old man now, and it's been legal for a good chunk of my life.
I went to the National Smokeout across from the White House in '82.
I would feel so red-faced, like such a nerd. I can't even go in there. And I know it's legal, and I know it's fine.
And it's not for everybody.
It's not for everyone.
I'm proud that you know who you are and what you like in life. That's cool. You'll have a cocktail after work. Or on the weekends with buddies. Right? Whatever.
Yeah.
Great. Good for you.
No, I don't have 5
You're
afterwards.
responsible. You don't abuse the ability.
No, I don't abuse it. I try not to.
Sure.
But that's...
And there are cannabis users who bring the same responsibility to their recreational.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yes.
Or tokes.
What different tokes for different folks.
Oh my gosh, I nailed that.
Write that down.
What a great joke. What a great joke.
There's your whole
drug
that's
joke.
your pet rock right there.
Reek Squad and totes.
The Reek Squad and different tokes for different folks.
If we ever
I tried to start a pot store.
If you ever open up a pot store,
I tried to
have a section. Did you really?
I had a business.
The regulation.
Model.
I hear the regulation's tough.
I had
which
investors.
is tough to overcome for people who are high all the time.
I had investors lined up.
Really?
To purchase a license on the secondary market.
What were we going to call it?
The grass station. theme it out like an old gas station where you pull up out front, find an old gas station, right? A very retro,
I like the retro vibe.
Right?
I don't love the name.
The grass station?
Could we work on the grass station a
You
little
don't
bit?
like grass station?
I still got it. I still own the domain.
Do you really?
Yes, just in case.